last session, you guys, George and Draken, you found yourselves in Skullport at the Flagon and Dragon. You met with Kal-Al there, and she revealed herself to be a member of the Harpers and introduced you to Wendune, a Harper member there in Skullport, a Dwarven Artificer who's joined the group here, kind of acting as a guide a bit. And the Harper quest you were given was to attempt to awaken the skulls of Skullport in order to help take back the city from the Xanathar Guild. And with the hopes that these skulls who've grown senile in the centuries they've been protecting the city of Skullport, they might become more lucid, realize the corruption of the Xanathar Guild there, and take matters into their own hands and wipe them out. All of them. That's the hope anyway. And so part of that awakening quest is to find a potion that could be used in a ritual to accomplish this. And that potion, one of the ingredients, of course, requires the blood of a Netherese. And the Netherese were a group of people who have been essentially extinct, although there are descendants of these people. One of them has been captured by spiders. You're trying to locate Gondorth and either bring his body back to Nightshade from the Nightshade's poison shop called the Nightshade's Caress, and she would extract the blood necessary to create this potion, or get the blood yourself, or if he's still alive, you could bring him willingly and perhaps have a little bit of a blood extraction while he's still alive. That's also a possibility. So these are all where we're at, I think. Did I miss anything? You guys remember anything I'm not mentioning? Well, I guess one thing of note, since it seemed to cause some interest at least, was you went to the inn in Lower Skullport called the Dizzy Drake and met the owner, Chorin, who you guys are suspicious of, I guess, because he seemed to be very nervous while you guys were there. So I guess that's something to remember. In addition, you also did find the location in Lower Skullport called Harold's Meat Square, where they have a large amount of quests available from notice boards. A couple of them we did read that I did add to your quest log on D&D Beyond if you did want to review that. So if you did want to follow any of those little loose threads, you definitely can. But I think that's where we're at. So currently you found your way up into the abandoned drow stronghold, which is created from a hollowed out stone spider on the roof of the cave above Skullport. You managed to use a combination of levitation and a really good throw with a grappling hook and a rope to get up there, and have currently all had your first kind of encounter there with some giant spiders and an ettercap, which is like a spider-like humanoid. You were successful in that first encounter, and you find yourself there now. So yes, this is Tanor'thal's Refuge. Excuse me. And House Tanor'thal, which was an old drow house. It's no longer in power. The Tanor'thal house was driven out by the Xanathar Guild back when they took over many years ago, and since then the spiders that they kept here have grown in population and have kind of just infested this entire area with cobwebs. Every square inch is cobweb infested, so you should, just as a reminder, your movement speed is in half, okay, unless you clear out the webs first. In this room here, you did have an encounter with a giant spider and an ettercap, and you did take them out. But currently, any spell slots and such, you haven't had a long rest or a short rest or anything like that, so you're still at where you were at that time last time. You did search the room. These cocoons do have corpses in them. You didn't find any sign of Gondorth you're looking for, or any other living individual.
Yeah, they were like older corpses, right? Like they were all desiccated and...
Yeah.
rotted.
They've been here for a long time. They're dust covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really fresh at all. Why don't we go ahead and start with having everyone do a perception check. And if you want to remain stealthy, a stealth check as well. And let me know what you get.
Melannor is going to redo the pass without trace.
Okay.
So everybody gets a +10 to their bonus, or to their stealth checks.
So +10 to your stealth checks when you do that, yes.
Perception, I did a 16 + 4.
Perception for Melannor is 34, or 24.
24.
Yeah. Stealth for Melannor is 27.
All right.
For George, perception is a 10. And stealth is a 28.
20.
Stealth is 17, or 16 + 1 + 10, which is 27.
Very good. So with those high rolls, you do hear the sounds of skittering noises and the sounds of these click, click, click noises, and you definitely recognize them as spider movement down the hall that you came from. However, with those stealth rolls, you now have kind of, the room has grown quiet after the battle, after your search, and you are being very quiet and can consider yourself as not being detectable. You can imagine, if you will, that the other creatures that are nearby may have heard the scuffle and have started moving forward to investigate, but right now you're not making any additional noises to cause any alarm. Melannor still has spider climb, I believe. We'll say it took a good 10-15 minutes to search through all the dead bodies and such, looking for your target and not finding them. Gundirth. Now, if you wanted to continue to search this room more thoroughly, you did find a few gold. If you wanted to search, like, for example, the giant spider or the ettercap to harvest from them, you definitely can if you want to spend the time to do so. Otherwise, you can move on.
So the spiders are coming towards us right now? Like, they're coming to investigate?
They're coming to investigate, yes.
Right,
You're
so let's set a trap
you're
for
not
them.
making any additional noises, however, to cause them, like, to come any faster. Like, you can hear them, like, moving slowly.
Well, I'm wondering if we couldn't just, like, set up, like, a little ambush for when they come.
Or we could do that too.
Okay.
Before we get stuck in a narrow hallway with them.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what would you like to do?
Want to use the bodies as a wall?
To kind of, like, disguise everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, set up, like, a barricade. Not barricades, but cover. That might not be a bad idea. So if we set, like, the bodies, like, here and here, and have Melannor kind of above the doorway here, then we can be on either side, and Draken can be, like, in the corner somewhere to do his spell stuff.
I do agree with that. Just the bodies that you are using, can they be these ones so I don't have to be by grossness? And I'll just stand over there.
So you want to take these corpses and, like, stack them up?
Yep.
Yeah, to make, like, a little bit of a barricade, kind of 300 style, you know?
Yeah.
Where we
Get
can,
the Thermopylae.
we'll have, like, it should give us, like, half cover, and we can, like, attack over it,
Okay.
right?
Like the ones I'm by.
I'm just going to move some of these over here. So there's, like, a bunch of bodies here. Melannor climbs up above the doorway. I just kind of put them here.
I'll be in this corner then.
Which one? That one? So Draken moves here. Your light is still on, Draken. Do you want to turn it off?
Damn it.
Dim the light. It already is dimmed.
Oh.
You wouldn't be able to see without it.
It's a 20-foot range right now of dim light.
Can I make it a darker color? Like gray or something so it doesn't affect it as much? Dark navy
It has to be
blue.
prismatic.
Yeah,
Navy
it's prismatic, yeah.
Navy blue.
All right, navy blue. So I'm not going to do it here, but the room kind of, the light shifts to this dark blue tone, and it is very dim. And so for those without dark vision, it's like walking into a room with no light on. There's no, and it's very dark, but you can kind of see almost like moonlight.
It's like when I close the bathroom door.
Sure.
I can see stuff.
Yeah, it's very hard to see, but you can see.
Yeah, that's all I need.
So Wendune and George are hanging out on the other side of the bodies. Is that what I heard?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want to just try to attack over, or do you want to like shove the bodies when they get close?
How about Boulder? What's he doing?
Put Boulder in that far upper right corner.
Okay.
Or we should wait till they get into the middle of the room and close it off.
I'm gonna trap them. That might be a bad idea.
You hear the noises start clicking down the hallway right near the doorway. Anything in particular you'd like to do before?
I ready a firebolt, which my little thing that has a fire and lightning symbol, it can be a lightning bolt. Like a mini lightning bolt. You said
What?
I was going to prepare a firebolt, so when I see a spider coming, I can shoot it.
So you're readying an action.
Yeah, but
Firebolt.
You gave me a thing that.
You're going to convert it to lightning, I guess.
Yeah.
Anybody gonna?
When they get
gold
closer,
Oh, that's huge.
gold coin.
Yeah, I can. Well, hang on.
We got lots of gold.
You see the legs of a pale blue and white spider start to enter the room slowly.
I want to make a noise using my thaumaturgy. The sound of someone dying slowly, like here.
Okay, the spider, you see it just suddenly stiffen, and it rushes forward.
I shoot it.
All right, roll attack.
29.
That definitely hits.
And it's lightning damage, so I get to modifier it, so 12 lightning damage.
12 lightning damage. All right, let's roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
15.
18.
8 for George and 3 for Melannor.
All right, well, the spider goes first. The spider screeches as your firebolt, which has changed to lightning with that magic ability you have, gets struck with this lightning attack. And it notices you immediately.
Oh, you got me
in
kidding
the
me.
corner, and you see it kind of like its little claws and mandibles kind of clack together, and it vanishes.
It's a teleporting spider.
It just
I look up.
It's in them.
it just vanished away.
I look up.
It's gone.
I look up.
You look up. You
Yes.
don't see anything. All right, it's now.
You still hear it?
No. It's Wendune's turn now. So at this point, the spider has been struck and has vanished.
Oh, I bet it went to get his buddies.
He's gone.
Ooh, it went to get his buddies.
Well, he's still here, right?
You don't know?
Oh, is it beautiful?
Can I look around and see if I see him?
You do a perception check.
20. Well, 16 plus 4.
That's a 20. You, with that perception, I'll say that you notice the air around the spider kind of imploded a bit whenever it's vanished. So the air, the cobwebs kind of like got swept up into the center of the space where the giant spider was, and then kind of floated away, like, drift, like little wisps of cotton. So whatever the spider did, it kind of caused this implosion effect, this inhale, if you will, of the spider webs in that area, and then they kind of drifted back to normal. Nothing is displacing the spider webs where the spider was.
And so it kind of created a vacuum, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Did it like
Oh, he gone. That sounds like a teleport.
Does sound like a teleport.
It's a teleporting spider. That's why it's blue.
That's probably why they sent him to investigate, teleport back to get reinforcements. They probably need to get out of Dodge.
All right. Well, if it's my turn, I'm going to move to. Let me see if I can get this thing up. Right here.
All right.
And then I'm going to set that shield up towards the door, 15 foot.
So whenever you're holding the shield there, it's essentially going to fill this space in front of you.
And I'm going to move so the spider doesn't try to like
Okay,
teleport on me.
it would be Draken's turn at this point. So Wendune kind of sets himself up, he puts the shield up like this and says the command word, and the shield just expands into this metallic thick wall that extends 15 feet out wide and 15 feet tall, filling the space around them in front of him at least. Now while you're doing this, Wendune, your speed becomes 0. You are essentially locked in place with this shield up.
I'm a tank.
Yeah. So Draken, you're moving.
Here, so this spider doesn't try to teleport on me.
Okay. A silence for a while as you all kind of wait. And you hear nothing seems to change. It gets to be George's turn.
Alright, y'all think we should just go?
That's when it's going to come, obviously.
You want me to go first, like normal?
We need to send one person down that hallway to scout.
How about this? If anyone's proficient with nature, I'll let you do a nature roll.
Melannor's proficient.
I look at Melannor.
Okay, he can do a nature check, kind of recognizing what's happened here as far as what the spider's done.
23.
Okay. Melannor's being a druid, he communicates to you that this was a phase spider. It's able to shift between the material and the ethereal plane and vice versa. So while in the ethereal plane, it could move without being noticed by us in the material plane.
Can it still attack us?
No.
It can't attack while in a different plane of existence.
So we're just waiting for him to pop back out there. How long does the phase last?
Well, while he's in the ethereal plane, he's able to move like normal. It's like the ethereal plane is like a mimic of the material plane. So he could either still be in this room and will phase back when he wishes, or could be down the hall into a different room by now. It's hard to tell. No.
Maybe he's trying to escape to get the others without us noticing. And then he pops back. Tells the others.
Let's knock down them bodies and close out that door so he can't leave.
Well, if he's in the ethereal plane, he can just walk right through.
Oh, yeah. That's fair.
The other spiders can't.
What other spiders?
Well,
I don't know about the other ones right now.
Most likely the other spiders, I would think.
Yeah, and if we knock down them bodies and the other ones are coming, then they're just going to, we'll be trapped in here and they'll all be in the hallway.
Yep.
Who wants to scout?
I'll sneak out there and
All right, so George.
see what we see. Yeah.
So you have you start kind of tearing your way through the webs as you're making your way down. You guys have come through here already. As you peek around the corner, do a perception check for me.
Oh no.
All right. Hope I did better than natural 20. 25.
All right. So with your dark vision, you can see 60 feet away, which you're 11 right now. And
yes, I'm Sue.
And you definitely can see the spider down the hall. Let me reveal it for you.
The same one?
It's hard to tell, but there is a spider is coming this direction.
All right, I'll sneak on back then.
You're going to sneak back?
I'm going to prepare my firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sneak back and use my thaumaturgy again to make a noise about right there saying, "Hey, stupid spider."
You can hear now the noise of the spider's legs as they come to a stop. At this sound. And I'm going to hide it because right now no one's inside of it right now to see it.
I get my fire lightning bolt thing ready.
Now that I'm actually looking at this thaumaturgy thing, I can't actually project my voice like that. I can make a sound from somewhere else, but not like...
You can make like whispers, like...
Yeah, like the rumble of thunder and stuff, not like insults.
Okay. So the spider hears a rumble or whispers or
a raven cry.
So this either way, the spider would have stopped moving, and you're not sure what he's doing now. You're no longer inside of him.
I'll go peek again.
We'll say Melannor is skipping his turn. At this point, you look around the corner. You see nothing.
Oh no! Oh no!
I don't like this thing.
All right. At this point, Wendune's shield goes back to normal size. It lasts for 1 minute when you do that.
Cool.
And it can't be done again until the next day.
Oh.
Well, that was a waste.
Yeah. Let's see here.
At this point,
man.
you hear in the distance screeching noises
Oh no!
and like calling out to each other. These loud screeches.
Are you ready? More than a lightning / firebolt. Ready. No, I'm gonna keep it.
All right, the screeching noises happen again, and this time they seem to be louder
Oh no!
and closer.
Alrighty.
Reposition.
I have my thing ready.
Yep.
What's Melannor doing?
Let's reposition. Alright, I guess I'll go back to my original spot too.
Fire lightning bolt ready.
Really don't want to get stuck in a wall or in the hallway with these things.
About Wendune and Boulder. You still have walls of cocoon bodies here with Melannor perched above.
Let's put a boulder over there in the bottom right. And move me diagonal bottom left from where I am. Yeah, right there.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have set up an ambush. You're in my way.
All right.
You're in
Again,
my
you
way.
hear the noises of spiderly legs. And this time you hear what seems like more than one.
I cannot
moving.
shoot anymore.
A
I can shoot.
spider appears here
Oh, what?
from
Shoot it!
and immediately attacks Wendune.
Shoot it!
So
All right.
he goes in for a bite attack.
Here, open it.
A 9 to hit Wendune.
15 for armor.
That is a failure to hit. And then he another one here behind Draken appearing in place and will attack Draken.
Hey, bad spike.
He's like his hind legs are halfway up the wall as he goes for a strike against Draken. 14 to hit.
You miss.
That is a miss. So behind you, a spider has appeared. Another one in the corner there.
Here, I'm going to attack. Can you see that one? That one.
All right.
And, how do I clear that? All right. And I am going to use
Barrage.
Conjure Barrage. Let's try and hit both of them.
So yeah, Draken and both spiders need to roll dexterity saving throws and take half as much damage on a success. And then you would roll a 3d8.
22 to dexterity save.
That succeeds.
What type of damage is this?
Let's see.
All right, I'm going to hit the damage. Wait, not yet.
Both spiders succeed at their dex save. So everyone's taking half damage
Ooh.
from your Conjure Barrage. So 17 in half. So it's going to be 8. You kind of reach around, grab your crossbow, you shoot up in the air a little bit, and just kind of much of all these magical darts just kind of come down in a ray, striking Draken and both spiders as they all kind of get pelted by crossbow bolts.
I kind of look at him like, seriously. Ring of Lightning Ward.
Ring of Lightning Ward.
So basically, it makes dexterity saving throw.
All right, he got a 15.
So it'll take half damage, and then I can make it leap 15 feet to the spider behind me.
Okay.
So this one takes half damage of 30, half of 33
So
would
it's
be
16 damage.
16. And then the other one also has to
So
roll.
the other one does a dex save.
Mhm.
This is a 14. So it
Okay.
takes the full damage, is that right?
Yes.
So both of these spiders get fried by your Ring of Lightning Ward. The lightning immediately, the circuit gets broken as lightning just strikes out at one spider, leaps to the other, fries them both as they just kind of slump down onto the ground. So both of these spiders have been killed. Your Ring of Lightning Ward has been used for the day.
Yep.
Can't be used again
I have plenty of things to do.
today.
Mhm.
All right. You hear both spiders as you hear the smell of burnt, crispy spider guts, and they screech in pain as the lightning bolts just scatters around. The room lights up all of a sudden with this lightning attack, and the echoing sound of their screeches just goes down the hall, and you hear responding screeches further down the hall as well.
Oh,
As
yeah.
as more creatures seem to be responding to what you've done.
Oh well.
Cool.
You hear noises from further down the hall. Nothing seems to be phasing in at the moment. You want to can stay here and hold your ground?
Yeah.
If they're coming down the hallway, we ain't got a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, if they're coming down the hall, I'd say stay and hold our ground while we have room to move. But if they're phasing in and stuff, I'm going to actually move there.
Okay, so you push your way through the webbing. And you can imagine as you're moving back and forth through this room, you're kind of carving a little path for yourself through this webbing. I'm actually going to say that the speed issue is no longer a problem in this particular room with all the back and forth. So for the most part, unless you like specifically say, I'm going to jump in this alcove, your speed is normal at this time. In this room, the hallway is still pretty choked.
Going to hold my action to strike as soon as something pops up within 5 feet of me.
Yeah, it's okay. So between now and your next turn, if something appears within melee range, you can strike at it with one hit. Melannor's turn, he's still kind of hanging out above the entryway here.
Okay, so the webbing's gone, right? You said?
Yeah, I mean, where he is, it still might be there, but in the center of the room, like below, say 6 feet, up in the ceiling, we'll say it's still a lot of webbing because nothing's been up there. But on the ground level, where you guys have been running back and forth, you guys have kind of trampled through most of it.
Part of the webbing fried.
Okay. Then he's going to prepare frostbite.
So Melannor holds his action. Top of the round.
Wonder how big.
Wendune's turn.
But I'm going to tell Boulder that the next thing that he sees that's not one of us, he needs to hit it with rend.
Do you want to move him anywhere, or do you want to keep him there?
Yeah, put him here.
Okay, got most. All right, you hear at this point clambering down the hall, coming this direction, and then we're going to have another spider appear. Let me get it. It appears on the ceiling,
Oh.
right next to Melannor. So up in the air above the ground, a good 10 feet, well, say 15 feet up near the ceiling, another phase spider appears and strikes at Melannor.
How many things are there?
Does Belric get his spell off first that he had ready?
Well, the
Or
attack,
does the spider strike first?
He got a natural 1 on the attack, so he missed completely. Probably because Melannor immediately does his thing. So, so Melannor does frostbite. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's a Constitution save for the spider.
All right, he rolled a 12.
He failed.
Okay,
So he gets 3d6, 13 cold damage.
13 cold damage. As the spider goes into lunge at Melannor, as it fades in, Melannor just reaches out and just blasts him point blank with his frostbite.
Do I see this?
You do see this.
Shoot it!
So any held action that has range on this can now go off.
Pew!
So
20!
your non-natural 20 hits.
And 17 damage!
17 damage.
Die, spider!
As this firebolt that's formed into lightning energy strikes against the spider, it screeches again.
I like this.
Okay. Another spider appears.
Oh my god!
This
Oh, that one's not dead yet.
This one
There's no webbing there.
Not yet.
appears behind Draken and tries to take a bite.
Why do you keep popping up
22 to hit.
there? Well, that hit. I think I might like do something over there. So
You take 12 points
Oh,
of
hold on.
piercing damage.
oh my!
And
He's
you
within
make
5
a
feet of me, isn't he?
Constitution saving throw.
Wait.
Oh no.
He's in
27.
within range of me, right?
He
No.
is not within range, no.
10 feet away from you.
Is he 10 feet?
Each square is 5 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can't do a diagonal.
You can do diagonal, but
That's
Or
right.
Draken is
diagonal.
currently within that space.
Oh, no, he's within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
So he gets +3 to whatever he rolls. Flash of genius.
Plus 3 to his...
Oh.
Well, he succeeded at his con save, so he only takes half damage from the poison.
No.
So
Oh,
you take 10 poison damage.
Anybody got a healing potion?
oof. Yeah.
Oh.
Does he? So you get...
He's got heal punches, and I'm a paladin.
The
You're
spider
good.
appears behind you, Draken. You just feel the mandibles into the back of your neck as this pulsing warmth courses through your shoulders and upper back, and then the pain hits as all your muscles kind of seize, and you feel this poison attack against you.
Ow.
Another spider appears.
Not behind me.
Oh, by the way, Joe, Draken and Wendune, y'all both have +2 to all your saving throws right now. You're 2 feet from me.
Oh, well, I'm off.
Okay, good to
And
know.
apparently, there's a +3 also from Wendune.
Yeah, but I have to use it. It's a
It's an action.
a
Or
reaction.
a reaction, yeah.
I'm
Oh, okay,
fine.
mine's just an aura, so it's always there.
Okay, so another spider appears behind George and attempts to take a bite.
Aha!
Apparently doesn't wear anything.
22 to hit.
That hits.
You take 12 piercing damage, and I make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. I also have resistance to poison.
So you'll take half damage regardless, or quarter damage if you succeed.
18.
So you succeed, you'll take quarter damage against the poison. So at 17 and half would be 7, and half of
9.
that would be, we'll say 4. So 4 points of spider damage. Poison damage from the spider.
Okay. And now I get to use my held action to hit him.
You do.
All right.
As you feel the bite behind you, go, oh, and you kind of turn around and give him what for?
Not much. What, for a 13?
13 just hits.
Since it's a held action, I can't do like divine spine roll or anything. It's like
You're
just a
just
one
hitting
hit
it,
thing.
yeah. It's just a smack.
All right. All right. 15 points of damage.
Awesome. So after the spider latches onto you and you kind of shake it off, you turn and just smash it real quick with your hammer roll. And now it is your turn.
Oh, yay. All right. I'm going to hit him again. 13 again.
That hits.
All right. For 13 points of damage.
All right. You kind of
wait.
rear back and smash again.
Sorry, 10 points of damage. That's adding in that acid damage automatically. It's not supposed to.
Okay, so
I didn't notice that. So you can take off probably like 3 or 4 points
okay. So you
from
smash again.
before too, because it was adding that in.
Your hammer comes down on its rocky, hard carapace and just cracks it, and you see the little green ooze coming out.
Ew, yeah.
All right, I'm going to hit him again. 22 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Yeah, and this is a 9 points of damage.
Smashed it. You came back around and smashed it again, and just come back around and smashed it again, and you just smashed this spider into guts and blood and legs.
Yes, why will you die?
It is dead.
All right, and for my bonus action, I'm going to toll the dead on this one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that was
So it needs to make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. All right.
14 to pass.
6.
6, he
Yep.
fails
He
that.
fails.
And I believe he's been injured,
Yes.
which means he's going to take 2d12 damage.
Nine.
And I just rolled max on both of those, so 24 points damage.
About 22 points of overkill as this spider falls from the ground, from above, and lands on all the pile of bodies scattered, corpses in all directions.
Now we have a taller wall.
All right, and I'll just stay right where I'm at then. That's my turn.
All right. That's a good turn. All right.
Now it's turn again.
Yep. If this one's turn
Oh!
appears right in between all of you and strikes at George.
I don't have my held action.
I do. Well,
10 to hit. That
Boulder does.
10 to hit George doesn't work, I'm assuming.
That's because Boulder's hitting.
Miss.
Boulder
Yeah.
it can take its held action to it.
Is rend.
It's rend.
Roll for 23.
23 hits.
1d8 plus 2 is 9.
Right, the dog makes its rend attack and manages to go for a leg like a bone. All right. At this point, from the hallway, an ettercap approaches,
I don't like those.
coming from the hallway down here,
Melannor.
and it immediately sees Melannor above and climbs up the wall after him and goes in for a strike.
How does he see Melannor?
He's got spider eyes.
Do-do, 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 do-do,
You
do-do.
can see in all directions. 19 to hit Melannor.
Let's see, I believe that does hit, yes.
Okay, Melannor takes 7 points of piercing damage and needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Can you show a picture of it last time?
7 points of piercing damage. Natural 20, 21.
All right, so definitely takes only half damage from the poison. So instead of
And he's immune to poison.
he's immune to poison.
Yeah, he's got nature's ward.
All right,
It's a
so
poison immunity.
no damage from the poison. And the ettercap is now up on
Sweet.
the wall above the.
But he did take that piercing damage, so he needs to make a Constitution save to concentration save. And that is wisdom?
Constitution,
Constitution greater than 10 keeps it.
so 10 or better.
5. Well, with that, he actually falls off the wall.
From the wall. It lands on the pile of corpses below. And he's going to take, from the fall damage, he takes 10 fall damage as he lands.
How high was he?
He's good 20 feet, 15, 20 feet up there.
Ouch. Alright.
Melannor will be here now. As he's on the ground, the other cap up above. And it is now Melanor's
Did
turn.
he land on his feet or prone?
We'll say that he crashed into the bodies and kind of rolled down off and then sprang back up, but he still took a beating.
All right. In that case, I am going to do. Let's do summon beast.
Summon
something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So call forth the bestial spirit. I want to summon a spider.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a pet spider now.
All right. And so now it's the spider's turn, right?
Yeah, it goes on. Let's see. Creature shares your initiative and takes its turn immediately after yours. Yep.
All right. So actually, first, Melr's going to frostbite the Endercap with his bonus action.
All right.
Concentration save 13.
You got a 17.
All right. I think that means no damage then.
Right.
Yep, no damage. All right. So now the spider goes. And it is going to attack.
Yeah.
24 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to be 12 points of damage.
All right.
Plus the spell's level. So as a second level spell, so 14 points of damage.
More damage. Okay. The spider makes
4.
an attack.
Yeah.
It only does the one attack because a second level spell, is that right?
Yeah, it's a second level spell, so it's just one attack.
Okay. It got its bite in.
All right.
Does it do any kind of poison? I guess not. It's not actually a spider.
No. It's not. Yeah, it's not actually a spider. It's just a thing.
Okay, then. Top of the round.
It's a spirit.
Windune's turn.
This one in the middle.
Yeah.
I want to hit it
Go for it.
with a hand axe. Well, if it'll let me. Ooh. Okay. So I rolled a 9.
That is a miss.
All right, I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Roll a 28.
That hits.
10 damage.
10 damage. All right.
Yeah.
Your first axe swing just kind of glances off of the hard shell, and then the second one you kind of find the gap between the abdomen and the thorax, and just chop in that little weakened space there. You manage to get in a good foothold there, and you hear the spider just kind of shudder and squeak in a response.
Okay. I got a bonus action. I can add branding smite to it
Okay.
for 9.
All right, Draken.
I have a question. Well, I'm going to turn around to the spider in front of me.
Okay. You're
And
asking a question? Like, hey,
No.
Mr. Spider.
with the one of lightning bolts, I'm going to shoot it with a third level one with this one target. But I have a question. Even if it doesn't kill it, can I shoot it in a way where it fries its fangs off so it can't poison me?
No.
Oh. Well, this
Point blank range wand of lightning bolts.
I don't have to roll. It just has to roll.
All right. Dex save, I assume.
Yeah, a 15.
14.
A whole 29 lightning damage.
It is dead as you put a wand up to its eyes and just watch it go away from this blinding flash of lightning, and this spider is just legs and smoke at this point.
I think I know what we're having for dinner.
No. Mm-mm.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to I'm able to see that other spider, right?
You can see this one and the other cap across the room.
I'm gonna shoot that other spider with my fire lightning thingy bolt.
Just say firebolt. We know what you're talking
Firebolt. And 14 to hit.
about. 14 hits.
Die with a 19 to hit. No, 19 damage.
It does die as this spider takes that hit and crumples to the ground, its legs twitching.
Seriously, you have plenty of fried spider.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nicely done. Comes in from underneath this one and charges forward.
It's a baby. It popped out.
coming to the side here at Wendune.
All right, so does Melannor get attack opportunity there?
Melannor is on the other side of this little wall of corpses. So
Okay, so you couldn't see
it's
him.
blocked. So this Ettercap
All right.
comes up to Wendune and he's going to do a web garrote.
God.
14
Is that-
to hit.
Just gonna strangle.
15 armor.
That misses. Going to go for a bite. Natural 20. So the bite definitely hits. You take 9 doubled, so 18 piercing damage. Constitution saving throw.
+2.
Plus 2.
27 plus 2, 29.
Alright, you succeed, so you'll take half damage. So you'll take 4 points of poison damage. So at this point, it is now George's turn.
And attack this Ender Cat. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, I'm going to Divine Smite at first level. So the regular damage is 12 points of damage. And then Divine Smite is 6 points of divine damage.
Alright. You come down, you step forward, seeing this thing do a vicious attack against Wendune. You step forward with your hammer, it glows brightly in this dimly lit room and just crash down on this Ettercap, and its mandibles just kind of at you in response.
Well, in response to that, I'm going to swing again
Swing again.
and roll a 20. 20, not natural.
Alright, you hit for sure.
And I'm going to Divine Smite him again, this time at second level.
Second level Divine Smite. Your hammer is still
Yes.
glowing from the previous smite. It glows even brighter.
So 13 points regular damage, plus 15 points divine damage.
And with that mighty
For 28
blow,
total.
the Ettercap screeches its last as it crumples down to the ground at Wendune's feet.
And my bonus action, I'm going to Toll the Dead on the other Ender Cat.
Alright.
So Wisdom save 14.
It rolls a 16.
Alright, no damage then.
Alright, this Ettercap here at the door starts to scramble down through the tunnel and back down this direction, away from all of you.
Does the spider get a...
Assuming Melannor can see the spider above him and is in control of it, yeah, I'll say the spider can get an attack of opportunity against the Ettercap as it tries to flee.
Alright. Natural 20.
Okay, that spider's like, nah! And
And that's going to be
double the dice
9
damage.
plus... Yeah, okay, so that's 5, 10 plus 4, so 14 plus 2, 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage, this little spider coming through. Like, the Ettercap, like, confusedly, just like, you're on my team! And like, turns and rushes down the hall until it gets out of sight.
How fast are these?
It has 30 feet of climbing speed, so it actually climbs along the ceiling of the tunnel, heading out of the space.
I'll be able to see it when it's my turn. I think.
Well, it is now Melannor's turn.
Alright, he's going to scramble over these bodies here and see if he can still see it.
With his dark vision, he can see fine down to this direction, to this wall here, but it has already turned the corner.
Alright, we'll go down here so you can see it in the corner. Or around the corner.
Yeah, he looks, and he definitely can see it. It has made.
Are there others behind it?
It has made its way all the way down the hall. There are no other creatures around it at the moment. And it is up on the ceiling,
All right.
rushing that way.
All right. I'm going to Thunderbolt. Lightning bolt, excuse me. The real lightning bolt.
Okay.
So it needs to make a dex save. 13.
Only got an 8. Poor guy.
All right. So he'll take full lightning bolt damage. 8d6. That is 31 points of damage.
Man. It falls from the ceiling, a charred husk, as this bright bolt of lightning goes across the hall, and you guys in the other room, you hear just as this this creature just lands on the ground with a thud.
I think it's dead.
It is dead.
Melanor's going to walk back in, just takes care of that. All right, who's injured?
Mildly.
35 out of 65.
All right, so I will lay on hands for Draken
Thank
and
you.
cure him for 20 points.
Ooh.
Wendune, you said you're mildly injured?
Mm-hmm. Minus 22 points.
I'll do lay on hands for you and heal you for 10. And I'm going to heal Melannor for 10.
Getting healed up. Wendune, you kind of look through your pack and kind of are looking at all your healing potions, deciding which one to take, and then George comes in and heals you instead. Your bag kind of clinks together like, as if you're you're toting around like wine bottles to a party, but it's just full of healing potions.
Will come in handy one day.
All right, and while I'm at it, I'm going to actually cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Shall we get out of this room, which is covered and full of spider parts and bodies?
I removed them from the map, but this place is covered in the gore of spiders and ettercaps.
Prestidigitation can release.
I was like, what? 12 spiders?
There's a bunch.
We just killed?
There's a bunch.
Yeah.
I prestidigitation me.
Okay, you are clean. Sparkling clean.
Is there anything... Can we roll something to decide if there's any part of these phase spider things that could be useful on the market? That, like, maybe something that actually allows other people to phase like that?
They're bloody.
That would be handy.
Why don't you do a nature check?
I'll let Melannor do that. 7.
You definitely see, it's not unheard of, as you know, to eat spider legs and things of that nature. But otherwise, there's no real. Melannor doesn't know like any way of like utilizing the spider's essence to do anything with it as far as phasing goes.
I get a couple vials of its blood.
Okay.
Just because that seems
Okay,
like
so you have a couple vials of spider blood. We'll say
Phase spider
phase
blood.
spider blood. Yes.
It matters.
Now Melannor does know that he could also potentially get poison from a spider, like milking its
Ooh.
poison glands. That is something he could do if you choose to take the time.
I'll try to milk some spider venom.
All right, let's do a dexterity sleight of hand check for milking venom.
20, not natural.
Okay, you managed to avoid pricking yourself or something like that. And how many vials would you want it? You can get up to, actually roll a d4.
4.
All right, you can get 2 vials of poison.
All right, so let's, shall we continue, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I get a marching order?
I'll go first.
I mean,
And Melannor will be in the other middle
No, I'll
spot,
be
I
by
guess.
Melannor.
Wendune in the rear with Boulder.
Mm-hmm.
And the spider can be like clinging to Melanor's back or something.
Or it can be even like crawling on the ceiling around them and so on.
Leave it.
Yeah.
following nearby. Okay, you come back into this central chamber. Again, choked with webs. You guys are like pushing your way through the sticky webs. You see to the south there are other passages almost if you can imagine the legs of a spider, these hallways coming out of this central thorax chamber, so to speak. And there are pillars, some of them having these pulsating egg sacs attached to them. And in the middle of the room is a staircase heading upwards.
Can I do like a perception and see if we can hear anything?
Sure.
Critter crawling on
Yeah,
this
you do a
floor?
perception check.
8.
8. You see the egg sacs clinging to that southern column. And there's a little bit of movement there inside them. But otherwise, you don't hear anything else that's catching your attention other than the sounds from Skullport distantly in the room to your north that you came from, that hole in the floor.
Hmm. Well, we're looking for this guy, and they seem to be holding some food in these legs. So maybe we should check out the legs before we go up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And no, it also looks like you can like go into its head. The spider head.
Yeah, there are some windows or something there.
Mm-hmm. So we head south.
Yeah. Try to scoop by these eggs, so maybe go down this leg first.
Okay. Do a dexterity save, George.
No, good thing. He's a
Save.
Yeah.
Natural 20. 23.
All right. You manage to go deftly maneuver your way through the spider here, and you can you just very gently move the egg sac over and without bursting it or anything, and it's kind of pulsating there. You can, at this close distance, you can see the individual spiders inside the thin webbing that's covering and coating this sack of little baby spider swarm, but it doesn't burst, and they seem to pay you no mind as you move by.
Yeah, well, we're done here. We're burning this place to the ground, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Nobody cares about the other corpses.
You see kind of the mirror of the hallway you went from the previous location, kind of extending out this direction with a branch heading south.
So this is a big spider statue thing we're in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Large spider-shaped building, if you will, made of stone. And
Why are there only 4 legs? Do we need to refresh our smooth stealth rolls or anything?
sure, let's do a stealth check for everybody. The
All right, Mel.
Melannor's spell, if he casts it, he'd lose his spider friends.
No! Because it is the concentration spell, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, you are going to just chance it.
I got a 10.
10, 19.
Clink, clink, clink.
18.
Clink.
And 13 for Melannor. 18 for George.
Okay.
I sneeze.
You guys, for the most part, did pretty well with your
Good.
stealth checks, and even with Draken's sneeze and the clinking sound of armor, nothing seems to be obviously catching attention. As you come around the corner here, small chamber, again still choked with webs. Nothing appears to be within it, however.
Oh, it looks like there's a little passageways through it.
You do see an opening as you enter the room, another chamber within.
All right. Let's ease on in.
All right, as you kind of peer around the corner, this chamber appears a bit bigger. You see a large stone table in the center of the room. With your newly enhanced dark vision, you can see all the way across the room.
Even where it's still a little bit black. Oh! I'm
Holy
leaving.
crap.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
All right.
On the ceiling
Back
above
it up.
you is a large spider, and an ettercap hisses from a distance, and I need initiative roll, please. Okay, so as you enter this room, a lot of creatures perk up. And
Is that giant one by George on the ceiling?
yes,
I kind of stare at it.
How high is the ceiling?
the ceiling
It's 20 feet.
is about 20 feet. All right, so first to act is going to be one of the ettercaps. So from across the room, this ettercap leaps across this stone table and lunges at George. It's going to do
Bring it on.
multi-attack. First, A bite. Rolls only a measly 10 to hit.
This
A
is
second attack attempts to wrap its web around your throat, only gets a 11 to hit.
so
So it's not starting well. It's the giant spider here
Ugh,
on the roof.
yuck.
As it climbs on the ceiling above,
burning this place to the ground.
you see this
There's fireball every room.
long, sticky web shoot out at you. And it rolls a 21 with its spider webbing at you.
That hits.
All right, the spider web shoots out across and like just wrapples around you, and you are now restrained with webbing. On your turn,
That's better.
you can make a strength check as an action, a strength saving throw, I should say, to attempt to break out of the webbing as your action on your turn. But you are webbed up and restrained as he pulls you off the ground with its front legs as you become dangling there as he begins the process of cocooning you. So say you move over here,
Awesome.
you're dangling above the ground as a spider is cocooning you on its turn. Next is the other spider. Wait a minute.
Back up.
Oh, sorry. Next is Wendune, actually.
Oh,
Wendune's
wow.
19.
Yeah, not in the way anymore. Yay.
All right, I'm gonna cast the spider climb on the boulder.
Wow.
So as an artificer, one thing that's kind of unique about artificers is whenever you cast your spells, you can describe how the spell works because it's not necessarily magic for you. It's like your gadgets and gizmos and things. So
Oh, well, so his spider climb makes his claws dig into the wall.
there you go. So his boulder claws like contract out of his, like expand out of his his paws, and he can now climb on the walls.
Ugh.
All right, and then I'm gonna want him to move over here to these spiders that are attacking. Who's this, George? And then, all right, so it's +4 to hit. 12 plus 4, 16.
16 hits. So you can roll your damage as well.
So it does 5. So that arcane jolt special thing right there, where once per turn, when you hit a target with magical attack or you're still a defender hits a target, you can choose to either deliver an extra 2d6. So 5.
So yeah, Boulder clambers on the walls at this giant wolf spider that's currently cocooning George and does that rend attack, putting an extra oomph against it, and rakes across its furry back. And it manages to maintain its concentration on George as it continues the cocooning process.
What type of spider is this?
A big one.
Okay.
A big one.
I don't like it.
All right, the other Ettercap's turn. This one comes out from this alcove, sees George is well in hand, and comes around and sees the dog there. That's really the main threat it sees at first.
Oh, good.
So
Fine.
it's going to leap up on the wall, we'll say right underneath it, and climbing up after it as it goes for its attack against Boulder. A 10 to hit.
No.
Standard.
Second attack is a 13 to hit.
Standard.
Nope.
So it's just raking against this metal dog's back, not doing much of anything. Suddenly a swarm of spiders coming out from the side here. And they proceed to clamber all over Draken. Draken, you find yourself covered in a swarm of tiny spiders as they attempt,
He's going to fireball himself trying to get those things off.
as they attempt to do a bite attack against you for a roll of 10 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
They're all just trying to bite at you, but your scaly hide is so far is too tough for them to crack. Draken, it's now your turn.
What I'm going to do, I got lots of saltos with this one. I like you won't tell. I love this thing with spiders. So I'm going to shoot The one on lightning bolt is at level 4. Will it hit the Ettercap and the woolly mammoth spider thing? I'm just calling it a woolly mammoth spider.
And George, yes.
Yay, do it.
Okay, if you like it. Everybody roll a 15 dex that's getting hit.
So George, do a dexterity save with actually an automatic fail since you're restrained.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
You asked for it.
That's fine. I have resistance. I have resistance. That's
The
fine.
giant spider rolls a natural 20. And the Ettercap rolls a natural 20. Wow.
Okay, well.
Yeah,
then-
use to waste those natural 20s.
Well, so the natural 20s,
That's half damage.
they both take 18 lightning damage.
George, you take 18 lightning damage.
So it's 36
Well, no, it's 36.
total?
They're taking half.
Oh yeah, so George takes 36. You're right.
Sorry.
No, so I take 18
No, it's 36.
because I have resistance.
Oh, if you have resistance, then
I have resistance.
Yeah, 18, 18,
The
18.
I have spell resistance.
the giant spider doesn't have much health remaining. It falls to the ground on top of George and just crush as its dead, large, hairy, dead body
Oh, it's dead?
falls on top of George.
Yuck.
George, you take an additional 4 points of bludgeoning damage as this giant creature falls on top of you and you hit the ground.
So it's dead or is it deceased?
It is dead.
Woo! And then, as my bonus action, to shoot the other cat that's up there that I'm thinking is controlling these disgusting.
It's like right there in front of you, like 5 feet up at head level.
Oh, and I'm just gonna shoot it in the face with my firebolt.
Okay.
With this lightning. 21 hits.
That hits.
Die! 16 damage.
16 damage.
After that already 18 from earlier.
Yep, it's not liking that.
Not
So
good
first,
yet.
your wand of lightning bolts. George goes, "Oh!" the spider also goes, "Ah!" and falls on top of George, crashing down on top of him.
What about the other cat?
The Ettercap also gets hit with half damage, but
No,
remains.
the other cap and a falling giant
That
spider.
one did not get hit. It's only in that space there.
Oh.
Okay, next is another swarm of insects down this direction.
You gotta be kidding me.
They are on the walls right there. They can't get any further than that.
Yeah.
This giant wolf spider crawls forward and takes up the mantle where the other one left off, grabbing the entombed George and attempts to do a bite attack with advantage. A 20 non-natural to hit.
That hits.
You'll take 4 piercing damage. Not much. And then 5 poison resistance, so 3 poison damage. And if you have double resistance, it would be even less. Do you have double resistance to poison?
Is it considered a spell?
No.
Then it's just the single resistance from the shield.
So 3 poison damage. He doesn't need to web you up any since you're already webbed up, so he's just going to continue to start webbing you up as he pulls you back up into the air.
All that
And-
work to get you to stop doing it.
And you just like Frodo in Lord of the Rings, you start spinning in circles as you start getting covered in webs right there. The next turn is this swarm of insects. You can only get that far.
Oh, good.
And now, George, it's your turn. You're currently suspended up in the air after already having one spider fall on top of you, and now another spider has lugged you up into the air, and you're being cocooned in space.
I guess I'm going to use my strength check,
Yeah.
or is it strength save to break out?
Strength check. So just roll
Alright.
20 add your strength modifier.
Can I possibly do this where I can land on that ender cat below me there?
We'll see how high you roll.
Haha. Roll high.
All right, strength check.
Yep.
14.
You Superman rip and just rip this webbing off, and you fall down not on top of the other cat, but you fall down right into the space in front of him. And that is your action. This giant spider above you Ettercap in front of you, another Ettercap to your right, up on the wall, head level. Boulder above that.
I am going to toll the dead.
Okay, on what?
Have any of these been injured yet?
The Ettercap on the wall but next to Boulder has been.
All right, I'm going to do it on him. Wisdom save 14.
Okay, he rolled a natural 1.
All right, he's going to take 2d12, 13 points of damage. I rolled a 1 and a 12.
This golden spectral bell, kind of almost like a wrecking ball, comes flying through the air and smashes him against the wall, and he just crumbles to the ground.
Do any
Dead.
of the spiders disperse?
No.
Oh.
There's still another Endercap anyway.
Oh.
So unless you
All right,
want,
that's my action then.
unless you want to move, that's your turn.
So that's the magic Ettercap.
No, I'm not going to move and take that many attack opportunities. That's a lot.
All right, then it's Melanor's turn with his pet spider over here in the corner.
All right.
Traitor spider.
So Melannor is going to step out to there. Right.
Oh, those spiders.
And going to cast Lightning Bolt this way.
So taking out these swarms of spiders that are just on the walls and such coming down towards you.
Yep. So they need to make a dexterity save for 13.
17 for one and 9 for the other.
All right, so one will take full damage, the other will take half.
Okay.
So that is 29 points full, so 15 half.
Yep. So one of the swarms completely just scatters. Whatever baby spiders aren't killed, they fly through the air and are no longer considered an entity as a swarm. The other ones, however, while many are fried and go flying, they still are enough there swarming to still hold that shape as a swarm.
All right. And I will tell my spider friend there to attack the spiders on Draken.
Don't hit me.
So this spider climbs up on the Draken, and he's going to do a bite attack against the swarm of spiders.
Yep. All right, that is.
Yeah, you have another giant spider on top of you, but this one just freaky enough, like a really, really overly large tarantula.
Yeah.
25 to hit.
That definitely hits as the spider lunges forward and snaps at these spiders, pulling them off you and eating them.
All right, that's going to be 8 points of damage.
All right. So the swarm is still there, crawling all over Draken, but many of them are being pulled off or eaten or flung away. All right,
Yep.
Wendune's turn, top of the round.
All right, let's move there. So if I took my last third level spell and hit it like this, it would still hit him and the other spider, or no?
Your Conjure Barrage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say you can angle it so that you can hit the Ettercap and the spider, but miss George.
All right, well, let's do
Finally,
that.
someone's going to miss me with the spell.
We'll do that with another crossbow bolt.
So the Ettercap got a 17,
Like, what, half? Yeah.
half damage, right? And this giant spider has a 19, so both of them half damage.
All right. That will take up my last third level. I got to do 3d8
So
to a 12.
So 12 half. So, yeah, so you scoot past Melannor and Draken, you launch your Conjure Barrage up, and just magical bolts come flying down, scattering across the Ettercap and the spider, dealing minor wounds to them as they kind of skitter around, dodging.
I don't think the big one can.
Okay, Wendune, that was your action and your movement. Did you want Boulder to do anything as a bonus?
Yeah. There's nothing around him right now except for.
Yeah, he could move forward a little bit.
All right, let's hit that spider.
So up on the wall, he climbs on the stone, his claws deep into the rock as he goes through and attacks the giant spider with his rend.
Yeah, that's 16.
16 is a hit.
10.
10 damage total to the giant spider. So the boulder latches in its metal teeth, getting hold. The spider screeching in pain. The Ettercap here, seeing it's becoming a bit surrounded, is going to attempt to use its own webbing attack at George. Rolls a 17 to hit.
Misses.
That misses. And with that, it's going to use its remaining ability to disengage, and it's going to climb up the wall.
Ettercaps are cowards.
Leap over here
Yeah.
and get to there on its turn. So it attempts to web at you. It misses. It leaps onto the wall, skitters overhead, leaps across behind Draken, and starts to head up the tunnel. Gets that far before it runs out of movement.
And runs into my turn.
The swarm of spiders still on Draken are still swarming. And so they're going to do an attack on Draken. 15 to hit.
Miss.
Miss?
I have 17 armor
You have
class.
17 armor class? Okay.
Well,
They're still biting at you. They can't quite get through your scales and your robe and stuff. You're just like, get him off me! Get him off me! Well, it's now Draken's turn. So you have all these spiders clambering all over you. So far, none of them have really done anything except creep you out.
what I'm going to do is not want anything to get away. So I'm going to shoot that. Is that Ettercat like super hurt? Or was it just surrounded?
It is pretty hurt. Actually, it's not that hurt. It's pretty healthy. It was just surrounded. It was seeing the tables turn and was trying to get away.
Shoot a lightning bolt at it.
Got scared.
Lightning bolt. You got a 11 for his dex.
Takes 24 damage.
24 damage.
Die!
Draken, fighting through the freakiness of a spider on his nose, points his wand of lightning bolts at the Ettercap as it tries to make its getaway, and another strike of lightning at this thing as it catches it in the back, and it just like screeches out in pain and horror.
After my bonus action, I'll shoot it with my firebolt.
Firebolts.
25 to hit.
That hits.
15 damage. Die!
15 damage with that one last fling of lightning-empowered firebolt at the Ettercap. It slumps over in a heap, clogging up the tunnel, dead. It's now the giant spider's turn over here. And he's not quite smart enough to make an escape like the Ettercap was, so he's going to attempt to recharge his webbing, for one thing, and he fails, so he's going to just do bite and claws attack at George. So first a bite, only gets a 6. Claw attack, rolls an 18 for the claws.
That hits.
All right, the claws.
That matches.
The claws do 7 points of slashing damage at George on its turn. It is now George's. Oh, sorry, this swarm of insects' turn. They're going to swarm Wendune in front of them as they kind of clamber all over Wendune and attempt to make a bite on him. Got a natural 1, so they're not making it through anybody's armor at this point. And now it's George's turn.
All right, so I'm assuming that this spider's attacking me. He's within range, right?
Oh yeah, he's right there on the wall above you, within range.
All right. So I'm going to attack. That's 22 to hit.
That hits.
How bloodied is this thing?
He's pretty hit. He's oozing greenish blood.
Goldfish popcorn.
All right. Then that is an 8 damage.
Still kicking, but he's definitely not feeling well.
15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 11 damage.
And with that final blow, you crack it once, you crack it again, and finally it gets the message, and it falls over in a heap, legs twitching in the air as it rolls over onto its back. If it wasn't a giant giant spider, you'd almost think it's a puppy trying to get belly rubs, but instead it's a spider twitching its death throes.
If it's still alive, I'll rub his belly.
No, it is now dead. All that are left.
Spiders, yeah.
All right.
The swarms of spiders, and at this point they do pretty much disperse.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
we give up.
I'm going to use a potion of healing on myself.
Draken, meanwhile, you have a large spider on your shoulder.
I punch it.
Roll attack.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
You know he's a friendly spider, right?
It is. I roll an 8 anyway.
That's Melannor's spider.
As you go to hit the spider with your staff, you bonk yourself in the face as the spider leaps to safety.
Ow.
Roll a damage, please,
Oh.
with your staff melee strike.
Equals 7 damage.
You take 7 damage as you bonk yourself in the face with your staff of power. All right, so yeah, in this room, you do see this large stone table. It's almost like a conference room table. You see these kind of alcoves with old, moldy beds within them. Some old furniture, like a wooden webbing coated beds and furniture, just dilapidated and falling apart.
Is there anything interesting?
You do an investigation check.
I rolled just 23.
23. So these are some old chambers, like people used to sleep in, from House Tanor'thal. You find within one of the drawers on the conference table there, a stone drawer that contains many papers of mostly construction orders and lineages and such, old things written in Elvish and such, things like that Melannor is able to read. You find a golden statuette of a female spider creature, like the body of a spider and the upper torso of a woman. And it's a small golden statuette about the size of like an Oscar, if you think about that.
Well, we all know who that is.
We do?
Oh.
Oh, the queen spiders.
We don't all know.
We all know who that is.
The queen spiders.
You do a history check for me.
Oh, good. I'm
See if
perfect.
Draken knows who this is.
16. I've been studying.
This is a statuette of Lolth, the drow spider queen.
She's not a very nice
All
person.
right. All right. Is that statue just laying in the drawer?
In the drawer with all the papers, yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Can Melannor
sorry, one more thing. Also within this drawer with the statuette and the papers, you do find a small little inkwell with a feathered pen with it.
Can Melannor see if there's anything in the paperwork that would be worth anything to anybody? Lineages might be something someone would want.
It's mostly about House Tanor'thal, which at this point in time in history, the House of Tanor'thal has fallen. There's none left. They've all been driven out or killed. So there's not much value in them. Other drow houses would not really want anything to do with a fallen house that's gone into disarray and has lost all honor and prestige. It's considered a slave.
Lost all favor with Lolth.
Yeah, they've lost favor, right?
So there's not like there's no historian or something that would be
There
interested
could be
in it?
potentially if you can shop it around to anybody you might find who might find it useful, but there's no like obvious value.
Well, historians would like
Okay.
it. I'll take it.
Guess we'll just toss all that in the bag of holding, I guess.
You take the pen and the ink as well, the statue.
Sure. Since you want to talk about the ink and the pen specifically, yes, we will take that.
Wow, okay. You also find some spiders. They jump up at you. No, just kidding.
We'll take them too. Yeah, just shove them in there. Be all right. And those bottom two rooms were the same as these others, just a little sleeping area.
Yeah, they didn't have any furniture in them. Whatever furniture they may have had has rotted away at this point. These had the only semblance of furniture still remaining, but nothing of value or use within them.
So this drow house is long gone.
Yeah. All right. Shall we go find another leg?
Yeah.
Okay. For the sake of expediency, I can just move you guys back into that central area.
We teleport.
No.
Okay.
All right, so after exchanging items with Wendune, after a few minutes, Wendune, you now have the Heart of a Champion magical item attuned, the Boots of Elven Kind as well, and a pistol with bullets and an immovable rod. So lots of gear and good stuff. The Heart of a Champion, it's in your inventory. You can look at it. Whenever you do a long rest, you gain 1d10 temporary hit points for the day. And it will talk to you. If you were to ask it a question, you will receive an answer. And it looks like a beating heart wrapped in chains. It's quite gruesome. But there you go.
I forgot where I got it.
You found it on level 1.
You think that's something you
I
wouldn't
remember
forget?
it's the most dangerous part of level 1.
Okay.
Where did I find this beating heart?
It was in that box under the suspended acid pool above you.
Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
remember that.
You guys make your way out of that
All right.
area,
Man.
back into this central zone here. You do see the stairs leading up, and then there's also this area here where the windows to the outside world can be seen. If you were to enter the small little chamber here, you see these large glass circular windows, really thick glass
Oh,
that you can peer through and
that would have
see
been
down into the city.
really thick glass. That would have been really hard to throw a grappling hook through,
Now that
right?
you're this close and can see them, then yeah, that wouldn't really have worked very well unless you really did that.
There's no spiders in here?
Do a perception check.
Well, I don't mean like tiny ones. Oh well. Perception 7.
You don't see any spiders.
Good. Okay, let's go to the
All right.
leg. You.
Carefully pass those eggs, please.
Yeah.
I will not be a spider eggs.
Spider buddy crawls around. All right, so you have this. You look to your right, to the north. There's a stairway leading up into darkness, and then there's 2 more leg paths to the west.
Let's keep going down the legs, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh?
All right, so once again, you see a similar path. So you guys start heading down this hallway. You get to the end here. Once again, you find a large open space.
This time before I walk in, I'm looking up at the ceilings too.
Okay. Go ahead and do a perception check for me.
21.
21.
And bless you.
More of those things?
As you look to your left around the corner, you see several spiders. I don't remember a stealth checks being made, so.
We had made one before when we were going down the other one.
Right.
That's fine.
As you look to your left, we're going to roll and see if they notice you. As you look this direction to the south, they don't appear to recognize that you're there yet. They're going to say you're not quite breaking the threshold of their line of sight. You're just kind of peering around the corner. You do see Ettercap and several phase spiders.
I will gesture to my comrades, like they're 4 and 3 that you can't see and stuff. Pantomime.
Okay.
I bet that room used to be full, and then the other ones disappeared to attack us earlier.
Yeah, these spiders seem to be just crawling around, not alerted at the moment. The Ettercap is kind of hunched over. Do you plan to press the attack, or should you back up and go a different route?
What I'm thinking, though, is just that this thing's so full of webbing that we wouldn't really be able to get in there and do much on the first surprise round.
Yeah, your movement is halved with all the webbing.
So I'm wondering if we should have backed up a little bit, clear off a spot so that of the webbings, and then just shoot a fire into this web.
I was gonna ask if that was an option, but I'm worried that our dude is in that room down there.
It would burn the dude.
But we can still get blood off of his charred corpse.
All you need is his blood.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah, maybe. But how would we know that that's him? Is the question.
Would his blood burn away?
No way, all of it burns away.
So the initial run in here will need to do a ranged attack, I'm sure, because we don't have enough movement to get close to them. All right?
I'm good.
Okay.
So, yeah, Draken's good. I think, as far as marching orders go, I'm wondering if, like, me and Wendune need to go first. Just, like, get out of the way kind of thing. 'Cause I do have a little bit of range stuff.
I do have a thing that could work if Wendune in his shield.
He's already used the shield barricade.
Yeah, I can't use my shield.
I was like, put it here and then burn this room.
Well,
I had to get all the way over there.
Well, he would be here.
You can't just throw the shield over there.
He'd be here. He'd be in the circle.
Oh, that does give me an idea, though. Let's see.
All right, let's roll stealth checks.
Okay. 15!
Okay.
Woo!
At 20.
Nice.
21.
19 for Melannor, 9 for me.
All right, as George turns to communicate this, his shield bonk into the wall. And the webs all kind of shimmer, and you hear it from the room below. I need initiatives, please.
Thanks a lot.
Immediately, a spider appears in front of you as it phases from one place and runs over and phases back into the material plane in front of George and does its first attack. All right, attack against George. You got a 15 to hit.
Miss.
That is a miss. Okay.
No spider.
Next, another spider appears on the ceiling above Draken.
Come on. Seriously?
Seriously? So, above you, another spider reaches down, attacking at Draken. Roll a 9 to hit. Doing great over here. Alright, it is now Wendune's turn to act.
Well, I can shoot that one on the ceiling.
Yep.
You're helping me.
I'm gonna use this new pistol here
Okay.
and shoot that one on the ceiling.
Alright, you load a bullet into it and go for it. Roll your attack.
20.
That
Not
hits.
nat.
And now the whole entire cave here.
Gunfire blows everyone's eardrums out in this hallway.
And every single spider in this whole entire place is now alerted.
As if they weren't.
10
If
damage.
those spiders haven't heard all the lightning bolts and everything, they're not going to hear this too.
All right, a bullet rips its way through the thorax of the phase spider on the ceiling, and blood spurts out all over Draken and Melannor as it takes 10 damage from the bullet.
I'm gonna hit it again.
Yeah.
Fire again.
Yeah. Don't make it fall on me.
26.
That hits. Another shot rings out through the hall.
Yeah, gross. Ew. Don't die.
6.
6 damage. Another bullet rips through its body, spraying blood on the walls and the webbing, catching it suspended in the air.
Let me see if I have any of the branding smite left over. So I'm gonna cast that too.
Okay, so that's your bonus action. So
Hmm.
in the future, try to remember next time, cast this first, because it does the next attack that you hit with.
Oh, okay.
Just in the future. So go ahead and roll your branding smite damage then.
7.
7 branding
Is it?
smite damage. 2 bullets and the smite, it's not happy. All right, next to axe. This spider phases and pops up above Wendune. Rolls a 10. Man, I'm rolling terribly. A 10 to hit Wendune. These spiders just clanging against shields and armor as nothing is penetrating. Melannor's turn. So 2 on the ceiling,
Oh, Melannor.
1 on the floor in front of George here.
Let's go ahead and do frostbite on the one above.
Okay,
A concentration save 13.
rolled an 18.
All right, so it takes no damage. And bonus action, I'm going to send little 8 legs up to attack.
All right, Spider Buddy climbs on the wall up to the phase spider and attacks.
Natural 20.
That hits. This spider is kicking tail.
10 points of damage.
That's
That's
long.
all you needed.
Roll a 2.
That's all you needed. This
Yeah.
final little nibble. As this phase spider loses its grip on the ceiling and comes crashing down onto Draken.
Eh.
And Draken, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as this scaly spider body lands on you and slumps to the side of the room, dead.
I'll take a step back to give the other guys some room to breathe.
Okay, stepping back. Draken's turn.
With my breath weapon, can I hit both spiders who are on the ceiling? I'm thinking they're both on the ceiling.
One's on
The one in front of me is on the floor.
One's on the floor in front of George.
Oh.
So these 2 and the dog are all in the way of any attack toward this one. This one's on the ceiling above you, though. You could strike up at it.
Okay. I'm going on the one that's up there. I'm going to shoot a witch bolt at it.
Witch bolt.
19 to hit
19 hits.
and 12 damage.
12 damage. Your
I rolled
witch
2
bolt
twos.
strikes the phase spider, and on your future turns, you can use a bonus action, I believe it is, to hit it again without having to roll to hit.
Yes, and I'll also do a firebolt.
Firebolt.
I got a 11.
That misses. The firebolt goes wide, striking through the webbing onto the ceiling and in its
It's still-
lightning form.
Breaks the webbing though.
Yeah, it cuts through it, yeah. All right, anything else you want to do on your turn? That you will move.
Will this stay where I am?
Okay. All right, next to act is George.
Yay, I swing. Swing, swing, swing. 26.
That hits. You guys are rolling great.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
And 27.
That hits.
For 14 points of damage.
And just crack.
Right.
Cracking the shell of the spider in front of you as it squeals in terror.
And then I will Toll the Dead. Let's say 14.
It rolls a 17.
All right, it takes no damage.
Okay, this
That's my
Ettercap
turn.
moves forward. Actually, the Ettercaps are going to go this way.
Oh, now I really want to go that way.
All right, top of the round. It is going to be this spider's turn. It blinks out of existence as it, the implosion effect, the webbing all kind of moves in like a vacuum and then disperses as it moves into the ethereal plane. It is now Wendune's turn.
There's one right above me.
There's one right above you.
I'm gonna hit it with my hand axe.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, Not 1, 9.
That is a miss. You swing at it, it kind of lurches back up against the ceiling as you swing air and miss.
Try again.
Okay.
Nat 20. 28.
That's the opposite. That definitely catches.
All right.
So you
Nailed
roll
your
your
crits.
you roll your dice to your damage dice, and then you double the dice.
Okay. 9, so 18.
18 damage. So with that strike, you definitely chop its head off, and it falls. But I'll say with that natural 20, you manage to sidestep. You don't take any damage from its falling where you are. It misses you as far as its dead body doing any bludgeoning damage against you, and it is dead.
Lucky. Lucky.
All right. Currently, there's no visible enemies.
We need to go.
It is Melannor's
here.
turn.
Melannor can't go anywhere. Well, I can, but it'll be metagaming if I did that. So, nope. He's just going to say, "Hey, get out of the way."
Well, if George's dark vision is working, shouldn't I be able to teleport again? With Misty Step?
You can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, with Misty Step, I can try. I don't have to roll, does it work?
No. As you attempt to Misty Step, it does not work, and the spell fails.
Aw.
It
I thought.
uses a spell slot.
I know.
George's turn.
All right, let's move.
You make it there.
15. All right, nothing around. I'm going to dash. Should be able to get to there, huh?
Yep.
Woo!
So
Yay.
let's just see what you see down there. You see another large chamber.
Oh, there's 2 of them. Yay.
2 Ettercaps.
It got
in
its
that
mommy.
room.
It got its mommy.
Alrighty.
Both
So I
of you
use my
hit you.
action to get there. I will. Alright, Toll the Dead. What does it say? 14.
Yeah, neither of them have.
Neither one have been hit.
Nope.
So, whichever one do you want?
Rolled an 11, but you do the D8, I believe.
Yes, a D8 is a D12. 5.
Okay, 5 damage. There's a smaller spectral bell kind of lands on the head of one of them and bong.
Ding.
That gives him a minor headache. And then the Ettercap lunges forward. This one is going to attempt to web you in place. Roll a 7 to hit. That roll, as you dodge out of the way as this webbing spews out of its mouth.
Not this time.
It attempts to
Wed me once, shame on you.
a bite attack for a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Does 6 points of piercing damage. Need to do a Constitution saving throw.
11.
Just succeed. and you only take 3 points of poison damage.
Woo.
Is that after resistance?
Yes. Okay. Top of the round. The spider comes back. And it's actually back here. It will attempt to strike at Melannor. 16 to hit Melannor.
That would be very surprising.
Miss.
Alright, it misses. And that's all it can do. Now it's Wendune's turn.
I'm gonna try to move my way over there to where George is.
Okay. So you can only move 2 spaces at a time unless you dash with your action.
Yeah, I suppose so.
That's how you get there.
Okay, and then let's get the dog here too as a bonus.
Okay.
That's
Did your
close
dog
to
go
here.
faster than you?
Yeah, it's 30.
It has 30, and I'll go ahead and say it can dash too.
No, it does 40.
Oh, does it do 40?
Yeah.
So it gets there naturally. And
Too bad you can't ride your dog.
we'll say,
It had to be the Smurf Devlin that did that.
it gets here
Oh,
on
he's looking.
a dash.
Rat and doggy.
That's all it can do. It gets to this point, though. It just clawing its way, forcing its way through all the webbing. All right. Melanor's turn now. Back up here.
Right, Melannor is going to frostbite this thing. Constitution 13.
It rolled a 9.
All right, so it's going to take 9 points of damage.
That's enough. It was trying to get away and didn't quite make it. Okay, that was
All right,
Melanor's
so
action. He can move.
yeah, we'll move.
10. Yep, you can go.
We can get to there if he dashes.
Okay.
Wait, that was his action though, so he can't dash. He gets to there,
Okay.
and he'll move the spider.
And the spider can move normally.
Yeah. I was wondering about that. Let's see if it had like a specific speed, 30 feet.
And it gets here.
All right.
Okay, Draken's turn.
Okay. I will dash since it's so.
Let's say you can be in the same space as this guy. Oops.
Since you were before.
Yeah.
Can I see the other cat?
Just barely outside of your view.
Am I able to shoot it?
No.
Well,
Can't see it. It's in the darkness. You see George is like sparring with something, but you can't see what it is.
that's my,
That gives you some dark vision.
that's my bonus action. I'm going to clean myself off.
Okay, use your prestidigitation to clean yourself off. All right, Ettercap's turn.
Cleanest Dragonborn ever.
This one lunges forward, also coming in at George. This one's going to
Bring it.
web attack. All right, got a 19 to hit with the webs this time.
That hits.
All right, this webbing splashes over you. You become restrained. And on your turn,
Again.
you can make that strength check to attempt to get out of it. It's going to use the rest of its movement to drag you into the room. And George gets sucked into the darkness from outside everybody's view. And then he's going to bite you.
Oh,
And
add insult to injury.
he has advantage. So he gets a 22 to hit.
That hits.
So 7 piercing damage. And then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 1 on that, so a 10 total.
All right, so you take 2 points of poison damage, and now you are poisoned unless you are immune to it somehow.
I am immune to disease, just resistant to poison.
Okay, so the poison effect, the poison condition, I should say, takes effect. That means you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks for the next hour. It's not
ability checks like a strength check have disadvantage on?
Yes.
Awesome. Been trying to kill me for months. All right.
Is he able to breathe?
He can breathe. He's just restrained in webbing.
All right, so I'm gonna try to break out. So disadvantage.
Disadvantage on a strength check.
22 and a 10. The 10.
10 is a failure. So you struggle against the webs, but this poison coursing through your veins, you feel the throbbing in your skull and your temples and the heat in your cheeks as this poison effect is just robbing you of your strength. You are restrained still.
Alright, so I can't do somatic spells, right?
You can't do anything that uses hand motions. You can't attack. You can't move.
Let's see if I had anything. That's it. I'm done.
All right, this Ettercap will see if it recharges its web first. It does not. And it will attempt to make a bite attack against Boulder. A 10 to hit does not.
Mm-hmm.
Second attack does only an 8 to hit, does not. So just this claws raking against the metal body of this dog, doing nothing to it. All right, top of the round, Wendune's turn.
How far can I move?
You can move 2 squares unless you dash.
I can't dash and do what I want. All right, would George be in 30 feet radius?
Yes, he's 20 feet away.
When I cast Sanctuary on him.
All right, so George gets Sanctuary cast. The next attack has to do a Wisdom save or choose a different target.
And then that is my action. So for my bonus action, Boulder's gonna,
Okay.
try
Real
to
quick,
hit.
as an artificer, how does your sanctuary work? What kind of, how does that work? Do you have any thoughts?
We'll say that it's a small repulse wave device.
You like throw this thing out and latches onto the back of George and kind of pulses like a anti-bird. Those things you see in gazebos and things to try to get birds to stay away.
Same idea, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Bingoy.
And then, so Boulder's going to do its rend attack against the Ettercap.
Yep.
Right.
13.
That barely hits. So yes, it does hit.
7.
7 points of damage against the Ettercap as the dog takes a big bite. It's now Melannor's turn. Up here in the hallway.
All right, so let's run in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Get to there.
Yep.
And that was his action to dash. And roll Frostbite, the Endercat.
Okay.
Constitution 13.
15.
All right. Nothing happens.
Okay.
And since that was his, can you still tell the beast to go somewhere? Yeah, I'm telling it to run up there and attack.
All right. Latches onto the Ettercap and makes his attack roll.
We're betraying me.
Only 11.
That is a miss. The Ettercap kind of brushes aside the attack. Okay, Draken.
Okay.
Okay, you push through the webbing, get there.
As my bonus action, which I always do first, usually, I'm going to do my firebolt.
Okay,
23 to
firebolt.
hit. 23 to hit.
That hits.
6 damage only.
6 damage. Just firebolt takes the form of lightning and cuts through the webbing and strikes against the Ettercap's hide.
And as an action, I'm going to magic missile.
Magic missile. All right. So this cannot miss. So what
And
level are you casting it?
oh, each turn the staff power is automatically a level 1,
Okay.
and they do 5 damage.
5 damage total as these 3 bolts of arcane energy arc through the air and strike.
Well, each one does. Well, it only did 1 damage thing, so I'm guessing each one does 5 damage, or do I roll
You
it?
roll 3 times. The
Oh,
first one does 5.
yeah.
Okay.
The second one does 2, and the third one does another 5.
All right. So there's 3 strikes. Burst. You see the flesh of the Ettercap bursting at the arcane
That was a
missiles
pretty
striking.
good one. 12 damage.
All right. The Ettercap not pleased. We're gonna see if its web recharges.
Ow.
It does not.
Good.
He decides to
Not run.
disengage as his action,
Seriously.
and
I
it's
said
going
don't
to climb up on the wall. He's 20 feet up on the wall and starts crawling this way across the ceiling. So he's up above everyone, 20 feet in the air, crawling this way. He gets to that point there. All right, George, you are poisoned still. You are wrapped in webbing. You can do a strength check at disadvantage to attempt to break free.
Alright. I am going to rage,
Okay,
which gives me advantage on strength checks.
so that will be a straight roll.
So, straight roll. 15.
You manage to you bust out of the webbing with your raged strength check. Success. That was your action.
And raging is a bonus action.
Yep. So
So, I'm standing there staring at this thing menacingly.
Can it tell that you're mad
the
now?
Ettercap, like, raw. Gonna see if his web recharges. Oh, it does. He's gonna try to web you up again. Oh yeah, you're right. He's got to do a.
Oh, wait, yeah, he's got the sanctuary.
Yeah, he got a 13
Oh, I thought it
on
was
his
attack.
wisdom save.
Wisdom save is 15.
All right, so he did not do the web against George. The range of the webbing is 30 feet. He kind of looks at George like, I really want to web you up right now. But he can't really bring himself to do it, and so he looks over and sees Wendune in the distance and goes, I'll web you up instead. And 21 to hit Wendune with the webbing.
Yeah.
The Wendune, you're like, ha ha, whoop! And you get so the webbing just sprays across the room, and you see the webbing just wrap you up in your arms and tied behind to your side. You kind of slump over prone on the ground as you are webbed up and restrained.
And prone.
And now he'll take a bite attack. Well, I guess it's another wisdom save. Or is it only the first one that's a wisdom save, or every attack?
That's everyone.
Yeah, until he attacks, it's every one.
All right, he's going to do another wisdom save. 11. So he can't bring himself to attack you. So he's just going to
Thank you, Wendune.
just be fuming there in front of you. I don't know why I can't do this. All right, that's his turn. Next, it is Wendune. So you are restrained and prone. You can do a strength check
And a bunch of.
to attempt
Oh,
to
never mind.
break free.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try it, but it is not gonna happen.
You never know.
That's what is that? A D20?
D20 with your strength modifier, which is negative
Negative
1.
one.
So
It's
4.
possible.
Did he have Boulder come over and chew him out?
As a bonus action, maybe.
yeah, Boulder can do
Well,
that.
yeah.
You can do let Boulder do a strength check, whatever his strength modifier would be.
+2.
It's better than -1.
I don't 6.
6. So you struggle to get free. The dog comes over and paws at you, but you're still restrained and unable to act. Melannor's turn. The Ettercap is up above Melannor right now, on the ceiling, crawling
I
away
forgot about that
desperately.
All right, so
Wendune
let's
is on the
do
floor.
frostbite. Constitution 13.
He rolls a 6.
All right, so he is going to take 10 points of cold damage.
All right, 10 points of damage. Up on the ceiling, it hisses as its legs and arms kind of get frost covered them, and it turns a black shade as a frostbite takes hold, but it still clings to the ceiling as it attempts to move away.
I don't want him to get away, so let's do lightning bolt.
All right, lightning bolt.
Dex 13.
He rolled an 11.
I'm going to take full 26 points of damage.
As you like, oh no, you don't! Lightning strikes up 20 feet above you, and in the momentum of this thing running, it just falls off the roof and skids to the ground and is slumped on the floor in a heap, smoldering heap, we'll say. And
Hindsight, I probably should have taken a step to the side first. But what can you do?
That's okay. All right, it is dead.
All right. So that's Melanor's turn and bonus. So now Spidey's going to go.
All right, Spider-Man here.
Let's see. So he's going to go to his inner cap over here by George.
He crawls along the wall
And attack.
over here.
22 to hit.
That hits.
That's going to be 8 points of damage.
8 points. Again, the Ettercap like screeches at this thing and like betrayal as the spider lunges at him and does 8 points of damage. Draken's turn.
I'm going to firebolt at first.
Okay.
21 to hit.
That hits.
And 19 damage.
19 damage. This firebolt, as it flies through the air, morphs into lightning and strikes against the Ettercap.
Witch bolt.
Okay, which bolt?
30, natural 20 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits.
So,
Double your dice roll. 10 damage. Just enough as the Ettercap looks at the spider in disbelief and betrayal and turns and fires one firebolt that turns to lightning and then another witch bolt, and it just slumps to the ground in the corner. Good job, guys.
thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Making short work of all these things. You do find
Take a break.
a chest on the ground here. It's a web encrusted stone chest.
We must, after all this time, take a little reward.
Let's look for traps first.
Yeah.
Okay, investigation check for traps.
All right. I have proficiency, and so does Melannor, so I'm going to assist Melannor on that.
All right, well, Melannor comes down and has advantage with your assistance.
18.
This chest is not trapped,
Ooh.
and it is not locked.
Ooh.
The lock has
All right.
long since become disabled through time and neglect.
Let's open it up.
Okay, you crack it open and you can imagine the webs kind of pulling and streaking and stretching and snapping as you creak it open. Within you find 2 items. You find a large potion of swirling liquid.
What is that? Identify.
The stopper of the potion is in the shape of a dragon's head. And then also within this chest, folded up, is what appears to be a robe-like piece of clothing.
I identified a potion. Am I able to do that?
You're casting Identify?
On the potion.
Is a potion of dragon's breath.
I don't need that. I got it.
Potion of Dragon's Breath. So drinking the potion as an action allows you to use an action on a subsequent turn to spew dragon-like projectiles. The projectiles are the same as a Dragonborn's breath weapon. Then the element and the area of effect are determined by the dragon it was sourced from. Okay, so this one in particular is from a green dragon and spews a poison breath, and it would be considered a rare variety, which is a 4d6 damage with a DC of 16 on the roll. And the effect lasts for 1 minute, so for essentially 10 rounds, you could do this poison breath spray effect.
Check the robe. Identify it, I guess. If it's magic.
It is magic. It's a shadow shawl. It's this light gray shawl made of opaque fabric. It looks like it's woven from the web of a spider. And while you wear this shawl with its hood up, your face is hidden within a small pocket of magical darkness. You can see through the darkness from beneath the hood. And if you had sunlight sensitivity like a drow would, you're unaffected by that. But it hides your appearance, if you will, at the very least. No cocooned bodies in this area, though, just this chest with items.
Maybe one of those one-step guy. We got one more leg and then the abdomen. Upper abdomen.
Yeah, but it's kind of late here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of drag you guys back over here.
Break.
All right, so this place is getting pretty thoroughly explored, but you guys are doing a good job of that.
What was the house name?
Tanor'thal.
Tanor'thal.